Alright, and we're back here, folks, with the WWE Team Packs, Tag Teams, and Bitter Rivals. Let's go ahead and let's start with the Tag Teams here. Of course, all the dice in there. I'm going to leave those alone for right now. So, make sure you can get in here. And you've got Big E, Talking Smack, New Day affiliation, 4-cost Mask Shield, Cross Pulse, Draw a Die and Prep It. He's a 014, 125, 127. So Cross Pulse is just like Impulse, but you have to spend both of the energy types on it. So... and that was, Talking Smack. We've got Powerlifter's Physique. While Big E is active, any combat damage to you that is more than 2 is reduced to 2. So, and then Tag Team Champion! Tag Out. So, alright, and Kevin Nash. He's got the NWO, officially NWO Wolfpack affiliation, as it's the red NWO. And tagline for him is NWO Wolfpack. 4-cost Bolt Fist, Cross Pulse. Remove target opposing superstar die from the field until end of turn. So, yeah, the Cross Pulse on him was draw a die and prep it. So, yeah, it's... he's a 133, 244, 356. NWO Founder. Whenever a Kevin Nash superstar die is damaged while attacking and not KO'd, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Global, pay fist. Target superstar die can't block this turn unless its owner pays 2 life. You can only use this global once per superstar die. So... and WWE Hall of Famer. When Kevin Nash attacks, you may prep Shield Fit or Bolt Fist to gain 2 attack, 2 defense, and Overcrush until end of turn. You must pay separately for each attacking Kevin Nash superstar die. And again, the same global, pay fist. Target superstar die can't block this turn unless its owner pays 2 life. You can only use this global once per superstar die. Kofi Kingston, New Day affiliation, 3-cost Fist Mask, fueled by Bootios. He's a 024, 134, 144. His Cross Pulse, prep a die from your used pile. Immune to negativity. Your Kofi Kingston superstar dice can't be targeted by your opponent's global abilities. And the 4-cost Stunning Defense, Tag Out, and Regenerate. So, Roman Reigns, 6-cost Fist Shield, the Shield affiliation. It's my yard. He's a 153, 164, 277. Cross Pulse, deal 2 damage to target opponent. The Big Dog with Call Out. And proving naysayers wrong. While your opponent has less life than you do, each of your active Roman Reigns superstar dice gets +3 attack. Scott Hall, NWO Founder, NWO affiliation, 4-cost Bolt Shield. This is the NWO Hollywood, as it's the white, not the red. Cross Pulse, 142, 244, 255. Cross Pulse, spin all of your superstar dice up 1 level. Global, pay Bolt. Target superstar die must attack this turn. So we've got a return of force attacks. NWO Wolfpack. When Scott Hall attacks, spin all your non-Scott Hall superstar dice up 1 level if able. Same global, pay Bolt, target superstar die must attack this turn. And WWE Hall of Famer. Each of your Scott Hall Superstar dice gets +1 attack, +1 defense for each of your level 3 Superstar die in the field. Count both players, including any level 3 Scott Hall Superstar dice. And pay Bolt. Target Superstar die must attack this turn. Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins! Shield affiliation, 4-cost Bolt Shield. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 4. Cross Pulse. Deal 2 damage to all opposing Superstar dice. Money in the Bank Legend. When fielded, each player selects one of their non-sidekick Superstar dice in the field zone and returns it to its card. This does not target. Thank you for including that little text there for, us old school players. What targets, what doesn't target has always been a point of contention. So thank you for starting to point that one out. And Hybrid Athlete. Tag out. And when Seth Rollins attacks, all sidekicks must block a Seth Rollins Superstar dice. So, Sting, the Vigilante. NWO Wolfpack. 3-cost shield and mask. Cross Pulse. Immediately field this Sting Superstar die at level 1. He's a 021, 023, 133. So that's the return of the Zintana, I believe it was. So 2-cost blank, Stinger Splash. So for you blank card lovers, you guys got another low-cost one here. And then the Scorpion Deathlock with Tag Out. And then Xavier Woods, the last of the New Day. We got all 3 members of New Day in here. Pancake Power. He's a 4-cost Bolt Mask. Cross Pulse, prep this die. 122, 133, 234. Time for Francesca. I believe that's how that is. Tag out. And while Xavier Woods is active, you may re-roll action dice 1 extra time during your roll and re-roll step. So a lot of good fun can be had for action-based teams to get around Switch and things like that. And Unicorn Horn. If you played an action die this turn, your Xavier Woods Superstar dice takes no combat damage. So interesting, but I'm not sure how impressive that one's going to be in the meta. So there was our tag teams one. And now, on to Bitter Rivals. And dice in there, you can take a quick look at them. So this is the first time in memory that I can, that my memory serves, that we had a character in the campaign box and in one of the team packs. So we actually have 6 of them. Now, I didn't look if they actually use the same dice. Actually, before I get into this, let's double check that real fast here. Did they use the same die between the 2? I'm sure the rest of you already noticed this and looked at it, but I was lazy and I didn't, so. And no, they are actually different dice. The colors are alternated. So, interesting choice there. Officially, you still need to, you can't reuse the dice in competitive level play, but, for home play and whatnot, if you buy both of these and only one of them, you have max 4 available as the stats are the same. So, Bret the Hitman Hart, the master of the sharpshooter, WWE legend, 5-cost Bolt. 042, 153, 155. Bret Hart, when Bret Hart KOs a blocking superstar die, that die goes to the used pile. The Hitman with Intimidate. If you intimidate a sidekick die with Bret Hart's Intimidate, prep a die. And if Bret Hart, Slammy Award winner, if Bret Hart is blocked, lose 2 life per blocked Bret Hart superstar die. So, Kane, 5-cost mask, controlling Hellfire. He's a 146, 257, 267 with Attune. While Kane is active, whenever an opposing superstar die is KO'd, deal 1 damage to another opposing superstar die. So, kind of interesting there. The Brother of Destruction. While Undertaker is active, each of your active Kane superstar dice get +3 attack, +3 defense, and overcrush. We spoiled that one last week. And the Big Red Monster, Intimidate, and Call Out, 6 cost. So, Lita, Exhilarating, 3 cost Bolt with WWE Legends, a 031, 141, 252. While Lita is active, when you field a sidekick die, deal 1 damage to target superstar die. So I am quite thankful that they started putting the sidekick emblem on there instead of trying to say sidekick die and whatnot, to differentiate between sidekick dice and dice that have the ally keyword. So, fan favorite. We spoiled this one last week, but while Lita is active, at the end of your roll and reroll step, you can spin any of your sidekick dice to their level 1 superstar face. And Team Extreme. When Lita KOs an opposing superstar die, you may field a sidekick die from your used pile. Alright, Robert's favorite, Shawn Michaels, HBK, the Heartbreak Kid. 4 cost fist, WWE Legend, 152, 252, 263, blank. More fun for you blank text guys. Sweet Chin Music. If Shawn Michaels' superstar die is the only superstar die in the field, it gets +3 attack, +3 defense. Again, we spoiled this one last week. Interesting, but I don't for 5 cost, I'm not fond of it. And Sexy Boy. If one Shawn Michaels superstar die is the only superstar die in your field zone at the end of your turn, prep 2 dice. You know, I'm not in love with any of those. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Got to open the beer for this one. Hold on. Austin 316. 6 cost fist, WWE Legend, 044, 152, 166. If at least one Stone Cold Steve Austin superstar die attacks and isn't KO'd at the end of your turn, return any of your attacking superstar dice that were KO'd to the field zone at the same level as one of your active Stone Cold superstar dice. Return KO'd sidekick dice on level 1. At a 6 cost, he's expensive, but I see lots and lots and lots of fun with this one. So I expect to see some more of it. The Texas Rattlesnake, 5 cost Immortal, and the Bionic Redneck. While Stone Cold Steve Austin is active, whenever you refill your bag, you may move up to 3 sidekick dice from your bag to the used pile before drawing or continuing to draw dice. So a lot of help in your bag fixing capabilities there. So I don't think this is going to be a meta staple, but I do think we're going to see it on 1 or 2 teams of people messing around with it, especially in casual. The Rock, the Great One. 6 cost Mask, 154, 166, 276. Immortal, Global, pay Mask, and sacrifice one of your superstar dice. Reduce the cost of your next superstar die, reduce the cost of the next die you purchase by 2. So all of the rocks have that global on them, and I foresee that one of these will be on most teams coming up in the near future just because of that global. So it's not limited to once per turn or anything like that, so you can pay 2 masks, sacrifice 2 superstar dice, and reduce it by 4. So it does stack, and it gets quite mean that way. So know your role with Intimidate, and you may use Intimidate twice when you field the rock. And then I think the one that we probably will see the most is the Attitude Era icon with Overcrush. And when the rock damages your opponent, deal the same amount of damage to all opposing superstar dice. So, just a big beefy body, 7 cost, but with his own global, he's not that hard to get to. The one we had earlier where it allowed you to get something that was 2 cost higher, You can easily use this global to get a 5 cost for 3, and then step him up to the 7 cost. So lots of shenanigans to be had to get him out into the field. Trish Stratus. Stratisfaction guaranteed. 4 cost shield, WWE legend. 022-033-144. When one of your Trish Stratus superstar die is unblocked and damages your opponent, roll that die. On a superstar face, prep that die instead of going to used. Global, pay shield, prevent 1 damage to a superstar die or player. So, I kind of dislike how she's got this global on there, because it's one of those, it kind of is the own counter to her own ability, considering she has to be unblocked and damage your opponent, and your opponent can just pay masks and prevent the damage, and her ability doesn't go off. So, more than a manager. When Trish Stratus damages your opponent, you may pay 2 to purchase any basic action die. Global, pay shield, prevent 1 damage to superstar die or player. So, nice, get her in the field, figure out a way to, get her to damage your opponent, and you get pretty cheap basic actions. The greatest ever with tag out. When Trish Stratus attacks, target superstar die can't block this turn. And again, the same global, pay shield, prevent 1 damage to a superstar die or player. So I will say, I like the fact that whenever they put a global on one of the characters, they seem to be putting it on all 3 versions of the character. So you really get to play the one that you like the ability of the best, and not just play it because you want the global. And finally, The Undertaker, the Dead Man, 6 cost shield, WWE legend, 136, 137, 149. That backside, 679, just being able to swap that into an attack and go is going to be awesome. He's got Immortal and Call Out. So, fun there. Managed by Paul Bearer. And we spoiled this one last week, but again, a tune. And whenever a player uses an action die, Undertaker gets +1 attack and +1 defense until end of turn. And that stacks. So, every time you use an action die, he just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger that turn. So, and the fact that it increases attack and defense, and then you can swap it, and he can get nasty. I plan on trying to do some fun stuff with this one. And then finally, Last Ride. When fielded, you may move a superstar or sidekick die from your used pile to the field zone at level 1. So, pay to field him, and he's a straight 1 fielding cost on every level, and you get to bring in a guy from your used pile. So, a lot of shenanigans can be had with this one as well. So, I do think it was a missed opportunity. You had, a Kane brother of Destruction. You should have had an Undertaker brother of Destruction, considering they were on a tag team with each other. So, that's all we got there. What do you guys think? What was your favorite? What superstar did you think was a missed opportunity? Who did they miss that you really wanted to see? Let us know in the comments, all right? Thanks, and have a good day, guys.